Alright, due to the length of the last recording, I've split it in half. You may have noticed the last episode just kind of abruptly ended with me in the tavern. So with this, we join our hero in progress at Buscarin's whatever in the middle of the Twelveswood, and we continue on. We've made a lot of progress. We're trying to figure out the Sylphs and everything else that goes on there. And so let's get to it. I guess we're going to Limsa. I don't think there are any. I don't think I can get there just randomly. E-Shroud, Thanalan is there, and I think Thanalan. Let's see, Lanasia. Thanalan is Ul'dah, so I can't get there that way. We're just gonna teleport to Limsa to save time. As I've said before, I've had like my moments where I go and I try to like travel overland for funsies, but like I'm like, man, I can't even think of how to get there right now, so we're not doing that. All right, Talker's Alley. Grimjow. This guy thinks he's Grimjow. All right, a guy with weird haircut. Let's go. You found your way to Talker's Alley, friend. A Kirkiran that worked here at the Druthers? Aye, you speak of Tetrune. Related to Koyoko Yurun bloke just over there by some blood or another. Two of them putting together and were making good coin, but old Tetrune up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kyoko Rune himself. He can be tight-lipped though, I warn you. Best to take chicken egg with you. Little bastard loves the bloody things. Good to hear about old Busk, though. Sounds as though he hasn't changed a bit, just like him to send a venturer along. Too shy to come his own self. Gods, I miss drinking with that fool. This guy reminds me of a friend of mine named Mike. Just kind of all the energy I'm getting from that guy. I know that doesn't mean anything, but, you know, if my friend Mike ever watches this, then he'll know. Customer be welcome. Not customer? Not custom. Come with custom? Kyokuro, busy with business. Too busy to blather. I have an egg. I don't know where I got it, but I have it. Chicken egg. Kyokuro love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Tetrune? Tetrune no here no more. Tetrune leave Limsa. Tetrune go look for sparkles. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Forget where trading post is. Weinberg no Tetrune. Weinberg no trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kyokurun forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not to Kyokurun. I'm gonna have an aneurysm trying to have some of this dialogue. Like, I'm already, like, kind of tired, and my head hurts, etc., etc. You know, here, I'll complain, but no, it's just like, smells like beef. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so, let's see. I didn't even go where I wanted to go. Alright, I need to go to down there. There we go, by the Fisherman's Guild. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I don't think I have like a random stool for fishing, and I want that, because fisherman is like the class I have the most of. I want that now. I'm gonna look up that later. Tetrune? I've seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north by the way of the ferry to Aleport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Al Defoet. He's an old hand when he knows a great deal about a great many things. You know, I don't think the names in this are as bad as like the ones in Dawn Trail, but man, if Dawn Trail is a 10 on the scale of like bad names and everything else, this is like a solid 7 sometimes. Tetrune, I saw him, that is to say, I seen him. He took himself north, though, through Skull Valley into Oakwood. He was looking for a place to run by his fellow Kirkern. I reckon he meant the one on the shore of the Bronze Lake, Memrune's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. I think I know what he's talking about. Let's see, Memrune's trading post. It's there. And then Camp Overlook is there. I mean, I could just go up, I guess. All right, we'll hoof it. I could like teleport, but we could hoof it. All right. Let's take Mjolnir this time. It's right here. All right. So we're gonna hoof all the way out there. Let's go. I thought I was going the wrong way for a second because I saw the icon over there and I was like, what? And I realized, no, it's just a long icon. Actually, the other map I didn't look at was like way farther. It actually wasn't that far at all. Customer view, welcome. Not customer? Not come with custom? Bring something for Tetrune? Yeah, this random earring. Here you go. Tetrune, forget this. Forget it, druthers. Tetrune swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. Or never forgot. Tetrune thank. Tetrune thank. Good Buskaran doing good? Good Buskaran good to Tetrune. Tetrune miss gold. Good Buskaran. Alright, main quest. Tell me, Kikiran guy, give me a main quest. Good Buskaran help Tetrune. Tetrune dead without Good Buskaran. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Tetrune make Kikiran fire water for Buskaran. Buskaran love fire water. Of course he does. You help Tetrune make fire water, need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Need coral pup whiskers. Need 3 good coral pup whiskers. Alright. Well, that shouldn't be that hard. I just think it's kind of funny. It's like, alright, hey, it's pretty cool that you're here. Thanks for giving me that thing. And I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna go. And it's like Animal Crossing. I gotta go get stuff so I can make booze for this random guy that's out in the middle of nowhere. So let's go get the stuff we need. Why do I feel like I didn't need to actually do that? I could have just gone this way. Oh well. Come on, Mjolnir, we can do it. It's just you and me, buddy. Oh, it's a big fate going by. I can help with that. Let's go, let's be part of the world, kids. He's mostly dead already, but, you know, better late, but, you know, I'd rather show up and help out, you know? I got a silver for showing up at the last second. Alright. Alright, one more. Stop attacking me! Ah yes, the turtle. I've already told the story about the turtle. I literally did just get this turtle just to flex on my friend. He got it later, but then I didn't know he got it, and it wasn't as cool then, but... Still get to do some Master Roshiing in my life. Tetrune make fire water for Buscarun. You think bring thingies Tetrune need? No. I just came back for funsies. You brought all thingies. Tetrune make fire water now. Make good fire water for Buscarun. Tetrune start making fire water now. Good fire water take time. More time. Lord good. You come back later. It's later now. It's later right now. Tetrune make fire water. Good fire water. You take to Buscarun. Good fire water for good Buscarun. Tell Buscarun now, no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tetrune hopes Buscarun happy. Tetrune would give his Buscarun thankies. Many, many thankies. You tell Buscarun. Tetrune make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Many, many sparklies. All thanks to good Buscarun. You know, not to hit on this, like, be hard on this guy, but, this game's been on for 12 years, and, he is still not... Here's what I say, when they're talking about redoing the game, if Tetrune here, if this guy doesn't have the biggest, best shop in Eorzea when they redo it, I'm calling hacks. I'm just saying. Alright, so we gotta go to Buscarun's Druthers. We're just gonna teleport over there to save a little bit of time. When you start going, like, intercontinental, I'm not gonna like go and take 20 years to go everywhere. Not, I mean, sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. Here's another thing. If you're on a populated server, I don't care what it was. If you ever came here during the peak of Palace of the Dead, this place, dude, my frame rate always tanked because there were so many people going through here. If you ever want to see me go through Palace of the Dead a little bit, some of my old like low quality Twitch streams from like God knows when they were, like I think they're listed as like 9 years ago, so they're probably pushing like 10 years ago. It's about Heaven Board time. I think I'm like level 58 or 59. I'm working on my Paladin relic or whatever. But yeah, no. If you want to see that, there's some of that in my Twitch stream stuff. It's just in like I have a whole playlist that's just Twitch streams. There's only like 7 of them in there, and they're not even all Final Fantasy 14. So, but I know that at least 1 or 2 of them feature us playing Palace of the Dead, like old school Palace of the Dead. So. So you've returned. Thanks for seeing Tetrin's belongings to him. What's this for me? Kick here in firewater, so he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why that old bloody hells. Who's cutting onions back there? He says to shelve for a year, does he? It sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. The stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's gonna be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can't make it through this bottle together. You know, I doubt I ever come back here, but that's another thing. I gotta stop by. It might have been a little late. If it's good at a year, I wonder how good it is at like 12. There was a word while you're away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this is a place near here, a place we've never known a Sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like the missing Sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. So as I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at my recording time. I went like an hour and 11 on this recording alone. I know we're getting close to the end of Chapter 2. So what I think I'm actually going to do, instead of having this be one giant episode, I'll combine it with what I've got left of the other ones. And then I'm going to split it. So part of it will be episode 8, and the rest of it, of chapter 2, will be episode 9. Because I don't want the episode to be like 2 hours and something, because I think I've got like about a half hour of footage already from before everything fell apart. So we'll get there. But first, I'm going to kill this giant thing! Oh gosh, it's stronger than I thought. Not that strong, but stronger than enough that it didn't die in one shot. There you go. I got some Centurio seals, which I'll need for the invariable amount of Aetheryte, like whatever's I need. Aetheryte tokens, can't think what they're called. I'm just like tired, my brain's going soft. It's been a long day. I'm trying to think, what are those things called? They're Aetheryte like tokens or something. They'll give you like free. They're like that thing. What is it called? Aetheryte tickets. So yeah, it's just Aetheryte tickets. There we go. I don't know why I kept saying tokens. Alright. Somebody look out, there's been a car crash. You know, while we're here, by the way, there's one other thing. Every time I go by this tree, I always remember this guy in here. Jahantel. Jahantel is the bard, like job quest giver. He's even using the Atlas bow or the Atma bow or whatever, which is my favorite bow, by the way. I just want the crystal one from doing the Ultimate Trials. But I came out here a lot because this was my first job that I really did, which is Archer and a Bard. So he was teaching me all the cool stuff about it. You know, I wonder, will let me talk to him? Probably not. Nope. We'll only talk to a new game plus. I get it. But, you know, Jahantel and I, we go way back. People always be looking to scrap unless, you know, the fates, like, nerf me. I'm too powerful. I'm OP, dog. You can't do it. Just realized I was going the wrong way. Let's go back the other way. I just realized I'm the dirtbag I was talking about earlier who rides my mount into the building. So was the ought to be found in the wood? When do you come to Garleans in this part of the 12's wood? First the Sylphs and now Garleans and all in the same place. It cannot be a mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the Sylphs, tracking them or giving them chase? But no, not this far of the forest. The Whalers' spires are everywhere. The Imperials could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they? Unless someone guided them through, someone who knew where the spires stood. And where the Whalers watch, a Gridanian traitor. Oh, I guess that makes sense, yeah. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know I said there might be a traitor in our midst? Someone who's aiding the Garleans? Well, I'm thinking I've identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another. Yet of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. But as wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin by chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest. I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, that is totally a Garlean name. Are you kidding me? The ES? They're just like all Romans. What are you kidding me? Okay, last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Tiberius, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it, and him if it comes to that. I'm just saying, how are you going to come up here, and everybody in the Empire all has like an ES name, because they're all like kind of like a Roman sort of like motif. And then you got yeah, this guy, he might be a traitor. His last name, so he's like a Romanish name. It's like, what? That guy? No. It couldn't be that guy. I refuse to believe it's that guy. No. Can you not see that I'm on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. I don't think I will. Oh, he's got goods. Not long now. I think the patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You! When did you? How long have you? Help! 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 Please come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. Wow, that's... Alright, yeah. Tell me that wasn't it. Was that it? That's all you got? How did you just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. Yeah, that's one way to put it, I guess. Alright, speak with Laurentius again. Where did he go? He went this way, so I'm guessing I'll run into him down this way. Oh yeah, okay, I see it on the map now. I couldn't see on the map until just like that. Dude's like hanging out like right by Jahantel. Man, that's dirty. Why would you do that? Oh, we got a single player duty. Let's do it. How long do you mean to keep this up? What do you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. I am proud, but they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, and duty, but in the end it is those with money that do as they will, who live as they will. This guy would hate living in Ul'dah. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and I took it. All I've done for money. I've endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. My actions have put your life in danger too. Ha ha ha, I guess, we're laughing. Though you do not realize how much. Bloody idiot, did you not imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. I think you're mistaken. You think it's like the I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me sort of thing, but I'm gonna be honest. They're all trapped in here with me. Anyone in my zip code is trapped with me, alright? Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it as we will in Gridania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk for barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did ye? Oh, I have help? I didn't really need it, but alright, sure. Hello there, hire. You stand here at Busk's wish, no? Well, then you don't stand alone. Alright, thanks, random elf guy. That's cool. I'll take a hand. Not worried, guys, not worried. He's made legless. It'd be funnier if he was an archer. And he like legless, he's legless. Oh, more random friendos are showing up. The regular Fellowship of the Ring here going on. Let's see if I can focus this guy down. I think those people can take all those nerds over there. It'll be fine. I swear for a second I saw his life jump back up a little bit. How has it come to this? I don't know. You got jumped by like 20 people. Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest? And with bandits and poachers at your side, they are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer all too well. Buscarin. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly, no more lies, no more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buscarin. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says, thank you. I feel as though the veil has been lifted from before my eyes. I mean, that's a pretty strong switch over, but I mean, I guess everyone's got to have that, you know, opening moment where they're like, oh yeah, maybe don't do that. Heck, I'm saying that all the time. I see something happen and I say, maybe don't do that. Oh, turn it into a ship. Well, we can't fly, so that doesn't happen very long. I mean, we could fly, but not secretly we can. It's like Goku wearing his weighted trading clothes. We could take them off and make ourselves stronger, but we're not going to do. Or Kenpachi with his eye patch. I will continue making anime references. Alright, Buscarin. Laurentius confessed his crimes. I just had word from the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small, and as a young man, he joined the whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gardanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gardania is too big a job for one man, and he came to believe he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There were few things more dangerous than desperation, and the man lost in the darkness easily drawn to a glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he'd failed to grasp the one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Huh? He's asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope that at the adder's nest they'll be able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Tiberius. The Sylph Elder has been found. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. His name is Phrixio, and he is the eldest among the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gradanians. Yes, he's had like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are of no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we have to find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Miles of Toto-Rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance of that place that Phrixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I recommend you'll find him. Are we going to do a dungeon? Alright. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to find Elder One. Poor Phrixio. Poor Phrixio. Oh, it's a masked person with a sad mask. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your chocobos. Keep a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went into Toto-Rak, but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. And you might be right to be. That place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering the bloody death trap? Elder One has no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, Walking Ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. Ah, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Phrixio, in your best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs, were we to lose him, all our efforts would thus far have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the adder's nest and request assistance. Understood. Tiberius, go to the 1,000 Miles of Toto-Rak, and see if Phrixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. Wonder... I know the other one was like right before you went into Sestasha, so I'm kind of curious to know, like, I know we're getting close. We're like super close, I think. I say I'm super close. I just know it's at the end of this whole Sylph thing, or at least like most of the way. So then my brain is like, well, yeah. So... Alright. By order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the 1,000 Miles of Toto-Rak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you're sure of this? How in the seven hells do you manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a pure blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto-Rak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. The 1,000 Miles of Toto-Rak now accessible? Alright, so, I was kind of hoping that it might drop off part 2 right before this, but let's be real, it's not going to happen. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do the usual. We're going to see if we can do it with the whole thing here. 1,000 Miles of Toto-Rak. Oh, I got to clear my selection here. Oh, wait, is that... Hang on. Withdraw. I just realized I didn't, I never undid my thing. I would have been doing it by myself and, like, just blowing through the entire thing. I was like, how did that pop so fast? There's no way. It's like it's because of my rushing down earlier. Let's do that. There we go. Alright. Average wait time, 5 minutes. Believe it when I see it, you know. So, Luna Fua Fua Fua. Tell me about it, little Fua Fua. Like a cat girl, I think, with green hair. Okay, sure. Typical Fua Fua behavior. All right, so we'll cut here and then we'll come back when it pops. All right, it's ready to rock and roll. 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak. I think this is another one of the dungeons they streamlined a little bit. They used to have this whole thing where you had to cut through all these webs and stuff. I don't know if you have to do any of that anymore. Hopefully everyone's cool. I don't know, everyone wants to watch me sit there and... Like, I want to see the cutscenes and the intro and stuff. But not everyone else does. But those people are peasants, and we don't care. We only loosely care as much as we have to. How does this guy have a longer cutscene than me? It's probably because it loaded slower. Yeah, there used to be a whole bunch of stuff that happened in the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak. I don't think any of that stuff's here anymore. The problem is, you'd have to go and look it up. I only vaguely remember it. But it's like, you know how you can look at something and go, yeah, that's not right, but you don't remember what's different, like what it was before. Kind of where I'm at. My over-compulsive healing always makes me get nervous whenever I watch people that like let people get really low on health. I'm always like, wait, like there's like one wrong thing is gonna kill that guy. Now, is that realistic? No, they're not gonna die. Like, at least it's unlikely. But my brain goes, they're gonna die. They're gonna die, and you're letting them die. But yeah, there's all these like side rooms and everything, and now it's just a hallway. Like you just have to go in here and like open all sorts of like little like barrier doors and stuff like that, and that appears to all be gone. Like this, I don't know if this was one of them, but there was like a boss room and the whole thing. And you had to like cut through like webbing areas and stuff. And it appears that, well, that might be one up there, I guess. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and watch like an entire playthrough of like OG 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak. This is why I want to record this, because they keep doing this. Like, they just recently did, like, Desmiel Darkhold and stuff. It's like, how old is Desmiel Darkhold? Why are you tampering with, like, OG dungeons? I don't understand. Like, it was, like, having everything be consistent that long. My understanding is, like, just so that they can have the AI play it, which is cool. I'm glad it's there, but just, like, slightly disappointing, you know? Those guys going all in. Let's go. Didn't stand a chance. This guy's got the drive. He's got a need for speed. Wait till he has to watch me watch cutscenes. Poor Loki Vela. She keeps just like showing up at the last minute. Like, no, I'm here, I promise, we're here, it's fine. I remember the enmity used to be far more like aggressive. If you weren't using flash as like a tank all the time back in the day, you didn't get anywhere. Like, I remember like sometimes if tanks weren't good enough, they would yell at the DPS for doing too much damage. Now, I think that was mostly the tank's fault, but it was still funny. It was like, you mad at me for doing too much damage? It's like, yeah, you're pulling aggro. It's like, but your job is to keep me from doing that. You have skills that make that not happen. Why are you mad at me? But that was just a thing. But I think that like when they changed a lot of the skills around and kind of streamlined the jobs a little bit, that became like a complete thing of the past that never happened anymore. But it was kind of like sad but funny at the time. I'm sure if I go play some Savage content, I can get some people yelling at me about what I'm doing. I like how he jumps before he casts that. Unless that's just like part of the animation in general. But I feel like he's jumping and doing it somehow. Probably just in my head. I just realized I don't even need to worry about the ads. We're doing fine. Just focused on the boss. They'll disappear. Shields down, strike the core. If you guys are boomer enough, you'll know that reference. I'm a walking like contingent of references. That's like all I do. Yeah, there was a lot more stuff. There was like sticky floors that stopped you, and like a lot more like web walls that would like suck you in, and you'd have to like you get separated from your team. So like maybe it was like you or like you and one other person gets pulled in, everyone else is on the other side, and then you get in there. There's like sticky floor that like reduces your movement speed, so you can't kite very well. Pepperidge Farm remembers, alright, like this used to, all used to have like sticky floors in here. I know it did. Like don't get me wrong, I have like early onset dementia or something, but I know it was there. All right. Might be going a little bit far there, buddy. What am I talking about? He'll be fine. He'll be fine. If he dies, I get to laugh a little bit. This guy is like he's. I'm not gonna call him a sweat, but he is maximum efficiency. Dude is like Speed Racer. He's got the Mach 5 and he is not afraid to use it. I keep forgetting that skill is there. Like Shadow Bite and all that stuff, I forget about it all the time. It's funny, the boss for 1,000 Miles of Toto-Rak, like, I genuinely, way back, actually had trouble with this dungeon a little bit because the ads would show up, and, like, we never really were sure how to deal with the ads. And so, you would, I don't know. Here, I'm gonna open this so I can actually see if people say anything this time. I'm not getting bamboozled. Oh, it's an Ascian!
Darkness.
Oh no. Is it Prince? Prince is dead, but it could be Prince.
Elko Hidra Buglo Hans. Seastagon Rajadorn.
I don't remember them doing this like weird Ascian speak thing later on. They must have dropped this after Realm Reborn.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Ascians, servant to the one true god. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not going to stop until these
The
cutscenes make people
dark
do it.
minions.
Like, I'm not going to hold them up anymore. I'm not going to skip it, but I'm not going to, like, hold up
All
and do a
that
bunch of
stands
commentary over the
between
top of it.
this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Oh no! He's bamboozling that dynamite spider thing.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
She sounds like she's pretty into that.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Man, this must have been so hype in like 2013. I'm hyped already. Yeah, that like goo that's around the edge of the room. That was like throughout the entire dungeon. I can see them removing it because it's kind of tedious to deal with, right? Oh wait, no, I gotta aim for the Graphia's tail, and I gotta shoot at him. Oh no, I ain't going over there. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it's like another one of those examples of like, I really think it would have been better if they would just retooled it instead of just getting rid of it entirely. Like, see how we're just kind of ignoring all the ads? Like, back when I played, you couldn't do that, dude. Like, they would just absolutely eat you alive. There's a lot of the things like that, though, in like, OG ARR now. Like, there's mechanics in Crystal Tower that exist that I, myself, having played since ARR, have never done, because they were outdated by the time I got there, like, 9 months into the game, or whatever. Because I think it launched like mid 2013, late 2013, and then I'm gonna give it to the healer because he's doing the works here. But like, you know, I didn't say GG. I'm a bad person now. I got a player commendation. Let's go. But this dungeon feels like the temple from Ocarina of Time, like the first one. Gasp fresh air. Okay, sorry, I skipped that. I didn't mean to. I kicked my pedal over by accident. Gasp fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, sinister one is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did walking one vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to walking one. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of little solace. Oh, time for a seizure. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note. Lark's call, sir. Or nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to the Area 12. Damn it all, where is that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend. I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting Garleans to our presence, His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I would strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be reasonably good health when I last looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon the icon. Really, Centurion? Were you not aware that the vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead in one's own god to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Best salute in Eorzea, by the way. It's the Imperial salute. Useless. We are so close to completion, I can taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone, you are right, Garland. But your star has long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright, that Lorval Belzar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Oh, we saw everything. We know all about it. In your fancy red helmet. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears the other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Naroxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does this one feel unwell? This one would know what brings walking one to this place. Came for you. Get on with it. Came to this one to rescue Naroxia's bidding. Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramuh? This one would provide the answers. But first, let's put these ones quit. These ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Alright, Luna Fuwa is still trying to figure out herself, but we have to go. Let's go. Let's head back and report to Buscarin. And then move on our way. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't really know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Phrixio didn't come to any harm. But here I go tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us some peace while Sylphs before all else befalls us. Rest assured, I'll send word of our friends to Charlean and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lad, and earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in doing so. Be sure to come by whenever you feel like a drop of kick air and fire water. I'm holding you to it, dude. Hey friend, there's something I'd like to ask you delivered the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azemia rose oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12s would with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of hope for both Gridanian and Sylph alike. Well, sorry, I lost my place. We'll live to see the light beyond this darkness. Sorry. I looked down and I was like paranoid. I was like, everything's working, right? And then I look up and I was like, where was I? Okay, so we gotta go to Little Solace. We're just gonna jump the TP here. Everything's going well. Almost started following that guy out of the area. Like, oh yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy I need, right? Can't step over that rock though. Rock's too powerful. Sorry, I'm trying to get my stuff here. A gift from Walking One Buscarin? A gift for these ones? Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscarin and Adventuring One are very kind. Knows this one is deeply grateful. Many walking ones are scary. Many walking ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Tiberius. We've just been hearing the tale of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided in Eorzea. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you don't mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Toto-Rak. Whether this one had not, in Toto-Rak a sinister one, robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister robed in black? Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about this than I am? Elder Frixio, if we come to you as emissaries of the nature of Gridania, this missive bears the words of the Elder Seats here. This one sees, so Walking Ones in Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramo. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Leven but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends. They don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why Elder Seats here wrote to you. This one knows and respects Horned One, Khan Isena. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Rama to protect the wood from Imperial Ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Rama was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones were so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn those ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to Little Solace with all the ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones of Lord Ramu. Unlike the other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. Yeah, he's like a straight up G. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak of instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By the way of addendum, mortals and tempered ones come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder of the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Yeah, Ramu's kind of cool as far as things go. Elder Phrixia, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Khan Isena. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. Sylph's Elder is very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel only fair to observe that one of us who couldn't reason if it punched her in the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we'll be sure to mention the instrumental part we played in all of this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Phyxia's missive to the Adder's Nest. I realize I'm using the wrong voice, I'm just like brain dead right now. Elder Phrixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let's walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, walking one Tiberius. This one has yet to give walking one a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Rama, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon walking one as a symbol of this one's trust. I'm not sure what these crystals are. Oh, wait, are they the parts of Heidelin that she told us to gather? And we're like linked to the past? That's what we're doing? Oh, it totally is. I forgot all about this stuff. I don't remember any of this either. But this totally screams like Temple of Time from Ocarina of Time to me. Ah, this one was not mistaken about walking one. Walking one is destined to walk the fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within walking one enveloped the crystal. This one saw. Mark this one well. This crystal will one day be of use to walking one. Walking one must keep that crystal safe at all times. Midgard Stormer at some point like strips him away from me. Like a jerk. Before walking one returns to Gridania, this one would ask walking one to watch touch ones. So long as touch ones are not troubled, touch ones will not make trouble. If walking one witnesses touch ones making no trouble, mayhap walking one can testify to walking ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for touched ones. Okay. Not sure what that means exactly. Am I gonna go do like a lookout mission? Stay on lookout east of Little Solace. Okay. Sure. There be owls in them woods. There are tempted sylphs in the distance. Do not sense they pose a danger if left alone. Okay. I'm supposed to. Oh, that's all I need. All right. Deliver Frixio's missive. Okay, so we can just use the thing. Alright. Hell, the way this is going, this is taking way longer than I was expecting. It's going to be like almost a 3-parter at this point. Ah, Captain Fox. How went the meeting with the Sylphs? A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylph have no desire of conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramuh. And so far, as long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we may not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed to hear the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures. And in knowledge that bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats of our security. You have done our nation a great... What is that guy doing? Sorry, it's just distracting. You have done our nation a great service, Captain Fox. It will not be forgotten. Sylphic folk have long been friends of Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them paid the Elder Seedseer no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reserve the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the signs of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our people, suspicion and doubt may have well led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello? Hello, Tiberius? Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Papalino returned some time while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with your tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you two, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of our one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Alright, we're gonna head out. Alright, let's head back to whatever and do whatever. I mean, you know what? We can just do the thing. Teleport, let's limits. Alright, let's go. We'll take that. Taking a boat. When I was looking this up earlier, they were making it sound like, oh yeah, you just gotta go through the little Sylph stuff, no big deal, and then you're at the end of part 2. That was a lie. I'm too obsessive compulsive, and I'm like, well, I've got to do it. I've got to get to the end, right? Isn't that how it works? It was all a lie. A damnable lie. Don't see anything in the fog crash into the port. I remember when I played Final Fantasy XI like forever ago, you could travel between the main areas of the map, but you could take a boat to get there. And monsters would attack you while you were on the boat. It was really cool. Like, I kind of wish there were things like that sometimes. I understand people will get bored of that, but, you know. Alright. Tataru. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Tiberius. Lady Minfilia awaits you with the Solar. Please enter at your leisure. I'll bet. Okay, if I'm reading this right, I've been trying to do a little bit of research. I think this is the last part of part 2, so that'll be good. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramuh has been finally resolved. I fear resolve bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many in one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. Ah, I've been meaning to ask, but is Alize quite well? I feel as I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, and nor have I. Alas, Alize has chosen to walk her own path. Stubborn girl, but you may be assured that the destination remains the same. The thing that's funny is, Alize, when she disappeared earlier, they have that thing where a bunch of people die. I thought she died, and then she just pops up later in the game, and I was like, oh, she's there. Okay, I thought she just died with everybody else. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust a Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. The door. It's like the only time you'll ever see that door open. It's good to see you again, Tiberius. I've been looking forward to the congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, the conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramuh from the list. So what's next, the Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the World has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. For a time, bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Ursula says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend on it. Indeed. So then, of all known primals that have been axed in recent times, we are left with Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania. Yes, that's what I meant. So many malms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, he would not have wanted us to more practical... Wait, let me do that over. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. I'm sorry, that dialogue was just like, what? Biggs and Wedge were here the whole time, I forgot all about it. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seedseers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You've earned it. I just realized she has like a butt port. You can see through her skirt, whatever. What's the... Alright, whatever, sure. It just caught my attention. I was like, what the heck? Alright. Is there something else, Tiberius? Probably gonna talk about them crystals. Beg pardon? A man named La Habrea? Sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Yeah! Eek, if you prefer. Tataru! Alright, I take it back. That was the second time we see the door. A Sylph? In Thanalan? At long last, this one finds walking one Tiberius. This one is most dependable of these ones. It is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Eorzea. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Eorzea. I forgot all about that too. Everybody just sitting around, doing sitting around things. Alright. I'm gonna go back into the solar. Yes, Tataru is ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged in the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end the CRs continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Tiberius drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. By God, we finished Chapter 2. It only took me like 3 do-overs. Alright. So with that, that's the end of this episode. This is probably going to be like 2 episodes, honestly. Maybe even 3, depending, because I'm at like some heavy recording. But anyway, yeah, so we're through Chapter 2. Part 2 here. So now we get into Part 3. And I mean, like, obviously, every part of the game is long, right? But like, every other expansion only has like 4 parts. Realm Reborn goes all the way up to 6, so, you know, we gotta get through all that. So, tomorrow, like, next time we start Part 3 and really keep kicking it off and see where we go from there. So, with that, till next time.